Well, hello there all, dear BPEA partners. Stephen Carlton here in Pangnirtung, Nunavut. Right now, the tide is a low tide right now. It's about midday here, and you know, it's a crazy thing because Pangnirtung apparently has one of the second highest tide in North America, second to the Bay of Fundy. And right now, if this was a few hours from now, we'd all be underwater. But thank God that we're not, and thank God we're here to talk about Christ and what He does in our lives. And folks, I just want to bring you a quick little encouragement. We live in great times. We live in times where the Spirit of God is being poured out, where people are being healed, and really, you know, I think a time where the prophets of old had talked about. And it's an amazing thing to behold what God is doing and how God is setting the captives free, how God is healing the brokenhearted, how God is healing the sick, and all of these amazing things. But in the midst of these things, sometimes we find ourselves in moments where we're needing some rest. And, you know, it's never an easy thing. I can't imagine what some of you may or may not be going through listening to this video. And I mean, I think we all know what it's like to be stressed, what it's like to be overworked, what it's like to be, you know, in ministry or ministering to people, or just having spent everything that we have, giving it to other people inside of ourselves. And all of those are great things. But one thing I think the Bible is great at is giving us examples of preserving our emotions, preserving our spirits so that we still can carry on. You know, I once heard someone say, this is when I was in youth group, that if the enemy can't stop you, sometimes, you know, he'll overwork you so that you stop because you're overworked. And I think it's really an amazing thing, the example of Jesus. And how many times Jesus would slip away by himself, and he would go and he would pray, and he would just get into the presence, he would just get close to God. Sometimes, man, you and I just need to slip away. We just need to slip away by ourselves. And we need to get close to God. We just need to get close to how great that person is. Get our batteries recharged, as Bill often says. He goes to the land of Israel to get his batteries charged. He says batteries, I say batteries. Tomatoes, tomatoes. And, you know, we just need to recharge ourselves. And here in Psalm 91, it says, "Those who live in the shelter of the Most High." I think if you can live in the shelter of anything, man, it better be God Himself. "They will find rest in the shadow of the Almighty. This I declare about the Lord. He alone is my refuge, my place of safety. He is my God, in Him I trust. For He will rescue you from every trap and protect you from every deadly disease." Thank God for the Arctic, because there's not a whole lot of deadly diseases up here. There's not a whole lot of bugs or snakes or anything else like that. It's too cold, and so those things really don't exist here. But He will cover you in His feathers. He will shelter you with His wings. His faithful promises are your armor and protection. And that is an amazing thing, ladies and gentlemen. His faithful promises are our armor and protection. This is a moment, folks, where we just come together and we just say, God, thank you for your promises, for they are our armor and our protection. God, I speak blessing on every one of our partners right now. God, I pray that your presence would refuel them. God, that your presence would go before them. God, that whatever it is that you have called them to do, God, that they would do it with ease, and that your mighty hand would protect them all the days of their lives, in Jesus' mighty name. So, folks, thank you for tuning in. Be encouraged. His promises are your armor and your protection. And there's some amazing promises in that great book for you and I to behold. Bless you, folks, and go for God.